Crosstown.
Crosstown, correct.
What is Crosstown?
It's a apartment, kind of everything. It used to be the old Sears building, apartment store.
Big old building.
Big building. Has restaurants, storefronts, also apartments.
Did Kiana have a cousin that lived at the Crosstown Apartments?
Yes, she did.
I guess at the time, one that was living at the Crosstown Apartments.
Yeah.
And what was his name?
His name was Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson. Did y'all obtain video from the Crosstown Apartments?
Yes, we did.
Video from the day before the homicide, 11/16.
Yes.
The morning of the homicide,
Yes.
and then the evening after the homicide.
Yes.
In those videos, will we see Justin Johnson?
Yes, we will.
Will we see him wearing clothing like the shooter?
We did.
Bass Pro hat,
Bass Pro hat,
hoodie,
hoodie,
sweatpants,
sweatpants,
emblem,
emblem,
shoes.
white bottom.
Will we see him arriving at Crosstown in the white Mercedes
We do.
with the body damage?
With the damage on it.
Will we see him leaving less than an hour before the homicide in that outfit, in the white Mercedes with the body damage?
We do.
Now, y'all had also been interested in a white expedition.
That's it.
Will we see him arriving in a white expedition?
We do.
And then after the murder, will we see him arriving in different clothes
Yes.
and then packing his bags and leaving?
I think, yes.
It's a series of videos.
Yes,
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 6 or 7 or 8 videos. It's also a series of still shots. If anybody needs a break, maybe now would be the time.
This would be a good time. Yeah. Let's take a brief break, ladies, and we don't discuss what you've heard, any testimony. Let's just go kind of refresh. Let's take a 15-minute break.
Court stands in recess.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Hold on, let me. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. All right, y'all. Salute to y'all. Let me see. We on break right now. Let me see if I can do this. Uh, can I put myself up here? But salute to everybody pulling up on me. Y'all hit the like button. We on a short break right now. They just was interviewing uh, one of their first witnesses to this tragic situation. We want to see justice for Dolph, most definitely, and for him and his family. I always say this: it's he was one that's gone too soon. You know, he was independent, and that was a scary thing for the industry. Let's see. Can y'all see me? Let me see. No, no. Okay. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I don't know. Can you? I don't know what the heck I'm doing. Y'all can hear me though. So yeah, y'all, we on the current break, and I'm gonna just cover this. You know what I'm saying? Might as well get on it. This is the second day. We all know what happened. That tragic situation back in November of 2021. You know, some people can got. All right, that's right. R.I.P. Flipper Man. Salute. Lions Den. Respect. Can y'all hear me now? He said no sound. We can't hear you. Oh, y'all can't hear me. Oh, okay, there you go. Yes, yes. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. All right, bless up, bless up. Appreciate everybody pulling up on me. Yeah, you already know this one is right in the city. And actually, I was working the day of this tragic situation, and I was coming up airways, and they had it always blocked off past Ketchum back to the highway. You couldn't even come up across the little highway viaduct to come into Ketchum. That's how far back they had the scene blocked off. For those who was already in there, y'all see the coverage in the news. But this hopefully justice will be served. And you know, ain't no real justice when a life is lost. You know, he could have set forth generations out here, and you know, we gonna see. Uh, and we already see right now people singing like a bird, and you know, it's a lot of questions that's gonna come about, and especially with Yo Gotti's brother. And since you know, you can't speak from the grave, you know what I'm saying? Um, there's gonna be a lot of questions, but I hope it. Yep, they gotta get the evidence, facts. Yep, they gotta put it all together. And you know, when this first transpired, for those who haven't been watching it, when this first transpired, the video was not released. All we got was still pictures. Now, if the MPD wanted to be transparent with the people, we should have seen that footage unedited. But due to the high stakes in this case of who we was dealing with at the time, we didn't get to see that footage. So now here, this is the reason for this trial, so we can see how all these things transpired. Oh yeah, you were saying they you that that's why they blocked off like that. They had to get evidence. Yeah, and you know what I'm talking about. You know, before the viaduct when you coming down, crossing from the airport, coming across that little viaduct right there, all of that was closed off. I had to go right on the expressway. So okay, it's cool that y'all can hear me. And sure, we up and popping. Um, right now we're just on a short break, y'all. So if y'all got y'all you know what I'm talking about, go get y'all lemonade, y'all ice water, y'all coffee. Maybe you got some afternoon coffee. This is the time. And we're gonna get back into it once they come back in. And I appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Just hit that like button. And yeah, this is gonna be a very interesting case. And you know, it still ain't over. See, there's a battle in this court, but there's still a war in the streets. Talk your ish speaks. And I know my boy DJ Memphis can vouch for that. You know what I'm talking about? It's we got court proceedings going on, but hey, people felt, hey, a lot of people love Dolph. I'm gonna just say that in the city. Uh, and yeah, you know what I'm saying? He meant a lot to a lot of people in the city. So you already know how it go down. I can't speak on it because I ain't out there in the trenches, you know what I'm saying, going back and forth. But trust me, best believe, y'all got a case going on in the courtroom, but it's war in the streets. He said I just watched the playback from last night. Oh, bless up to you, Lions Den. Yeah, man. I was on one, broski. While y'all was in there doing y'all thug thistle, man. I was on one. You did? I had a great time, bro. You already know what time it is, man. He said they better do Justice Right or Free Memphis. Damn. And I hate when you be right, Memphis. Cause you said it earlier at the beginning of the summer what time it was, and we done seen the lives that's been lost down there uh, over this. And dang, man, come on, bruh. You say it's finna get uglier. Damn. Bless up to God. R.I.P. Rich Homie Quan. Salute to you, family. Appreciate you pulling up on me. And the God is a member, y'all. If you want to show support, you can member up. You know the super chat donations is open. And oh yeah, let me pin my new cash app. Cause let me type something in here. And it's not necessary. It's only if you feel moved by it. Supporting the content and supporting the platform. See, what is it? Yeah, three. Okay. Yeah, that's the new Cash App. Y'all can bless it if you want to. You know what I'm saying? It's not necessary. I can't wait till I get the first one on there. But I just dropped it in the chat. Let me pin the message. Showing support. Appreciate that. And it's good this way. Now I got to figure out how to bring the chat up in here. Once I figure out bringing the chat up in here, we might be on and popping. Is the audio all right, y'all? Let me pin the message. Showing support. Cause this is the first time that I'm using this streaming software, so y'all gotta bear with me. Fair use, fair use. Um, As I figure out bringing the chat up in here, we might be on. Screenshot Poppy, what's happening, family? Lions Den said, yes, sir. You showed them Cincinnati. JJ, LOL. Oh yeah. Oh my goodness, man. Oh man. Like I said, hey, they hit me with the copyright. They finally hit me with the copyright, but they can't take away the moment. You know what I'm talking about? Screenshot Poppy in the building. He say salute double. He say Empire Records has a wild history of these rappers that died in a short period of time. Facts, facts, facts. Um, oh, they say yeah. Okay. Appreciate it. Okay. Hey, y'all. It took a minute. Like I said, you know, the StreamYard is cool, but you know what I'm saying, you can do much more with this one. And I see a lot of other content creators using, of course, so yeah, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Then you can be more inventive, Yeah, 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 yeah. You can provide a little the same entertainment that you would on StreamYard, but just a little better, you know what I'm saying, with the graphics and all of that. So yeah, 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 yeah. I get it together. I don't know if I don't know if my camera is showing. Is it just showing my avatar, the Pastor Speak avatar? He said that's true, but this has nothing to do with the Empire label. Fact. Yeah, this. Yeah, man. Come on, man. It's paper route, man. You know what? Hey, they didn't even. Let me see if I can pull up this image because they didn't even want me to put this thumbnail. Let me see. Something was going on with this thumbnail, y'all. So I don't know what it was. Let me see. About it. Is it showing? It probably ain't even showing. I see it. Y'all don't see that image right there? Nope, I don't see it on my live. Let me see. I don't know what I'm doing. Let me see if they can still hear me. Is it showing? It probably ain't even showing. Y'all don't see that image right there? Okay, I'm tripping, y'all. Hey, if y'all don't see it, I mean, oh, somebody said they do see it. Okay. Yeah, I was trying to make this my thumbnail, right? And I got some kind of code, y'all, so I got to figure it out. What, you know what I'm saying, what it is. But, okay, so then how you hide it? Okay, you hide it like that. Agreed, didn't say it was connected. So many under the labor gone too soon. Lou in the building. He say 14 in here and 12 likes. Come on now. I appreciate it. I appreciate those that hit that like button. That's all I ask. You know what I'm talking about? We in the short little break right now. We just waiting on them to come back to resume court, and we'll get back into the audio. Um, okay, so that's okay. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm getting it figured out. I'll get it figured out, y'all. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes, yes, yes. And it ain't lagging or nothing, so I guess I got that running. It ain't using too much CPU. So yeah, this is great. I got it figured out. He said crop out that BT up on the thumbnail. Oh, okay. Okay. That's probably what it was. Okay, I got you. I got you. But it ain't no trademark violation. But I got you. Yes, sir. Yeah, man. Got you. But yeah, y'all, as we wait, you know how it can be in court. You know how it is. You know what I'm saying? It's, the litigations after a little short break. Matter of fact, hold on. You know what? I wonder if we can cover some of the stuff that we missed while we on this break until we come back. You know what? I did miss a little bit of this. So maybe we can just do that. Maybe I can play that. Let's see how this works. See if this will work. Let's see if this will work. And when they come back, we'll be in. Oh,
Would they actually switch back and forth? Dabney, D-A-B-N-E-Y. It's probably 20 exhibits, maybe 20, maybe 30.
Correct.
Jurors now entering into the courtroom.
Good morning. Good morning. I hope everybody had a good night. State, call your next witness.
Terrence Dabney.
Stand right here, sir. Face your honor and raise your right hand.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
I do.
Can I see, sir? Watch it.
All right, tell us your name first.
Terrence Dabney.
And spell your first and last name for the benefit of the court reporter.
First name Terrence, T-E-R-E-N-C-E. Last name Dabney, D-A-B-N-E-Y.
Looks like, or I know that you're doing good and bad at the same time. First, the bad. What happened with your arm?
Rotated cuff surgery.
Okay. So you probably are going to be up there for a little while.
Okay.
All right. Going to run through some of the various crime scenes with you, some of the various aspects of the investigation. So try to get as comfortable as you can, even with your arm. But I know you're doing good now too, because you're retired. Is that right?
That is correct.
Retired from MPD.
That is correct.
How long were you with MPD?
26 years.
So 26 years. I say you earned it. In 2021, where were you assigned in MPD?
I was assigned to the homicide.
All right, and what did you do in homicide back in 2021?
I was an investigator in homicide.
In homicide here in Memphis, do you get a case and you're the only person that works on the case?
No.
Do y'all work in teams?
We work in teams.
And were you one of the case officers on this case?
I was.
Would you assign and delegate people to do various things in the investigation?
I do. Delegate people.
You're actually from Memphis, aren't you?
I am.
What neighborhoods did you grow up in?
I grew up in Claiborne Home, Cascade.
And Claiborne Homes is downtown Memphis.
Correct.
And in the Castelia neighborhood.
Yes.
And we've heard some testimony about the Castelia neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know Dolph at all?
No.
Older, is that right?
Older, much older.
All right. November the 17th of 2021. Did you have occasion to be brought in?
Hey y'all, we back live. I'm gonna have to cut this, and we gonna have to go on and get to the live coverage. We'll touch base on that, but let's go ahead and live. They back, and here we go.
Now we can see that parking garage better. Just like last time coming in the front.
Yes.
Gonna walk to the elevators. And obviously between last time, which is a few hours before this, and this time he has left and come back.
Come back
I could stop ours. It was still playing on our laptop, but it wasn't playing on the video, so we'll have to try to on and off with it. Good kickers.
On and off appears to be working these days.
I think it was at 111. There we go. Walking to the back elevators.
Yes.
Sweatpants, shoes, basketball guys, sweatshirt.
Yes.
The last one we saw was from 11 at night, November 16th. Now, we've passed midnight, and so technically we're on the day of the murder.
Correct.
And we're at 2:41
A.M.
a.m., is that correct?
That's correct.
And to orient ourselves, the Valero video that we saw of the Mercedes trade
Yes.
is going to be after this video, is that right?
That's correct.
So 2:41 at Crosstown, Valero video after the 3 o'clock hour.
Correct.
Shoes, sweatpants, hoodie.
Bless up to A-Train. A-Train with the cash out blessing. Appreciate that blessing to be a blessing, A-Train. Just wanted to put some respect on it, y'all. You know I ain't got no no drop right now. But appreciate that, A-Train, from the clouds into heaven. Bless up, King. Let's continue.
Out of the elevator. To the parking garage.
To the parking garage.
To the White Exposition.
Correct. Leaving.
So it's leaving the building at 2:41. Whatever happens at Valero happens in about 30 minutes or something. And now to the next video. We are November 17th. Well, now we're at 4:48. So leaving the building at 2:41. Valero happens after the 3 o'clock hour.
Correct.
And now back to the building at 4:48.
Correct.
We are 7 hours to homicide time. Back to the building, what?
And the white Mercedes with the damage.
Can you back it up a little bit, Sabe? That one before it was perfect. There you go. We know that car, don't we?
That's the car that we located. That's also the car in the video at the McKee's Cookies with the damage.
Okay.
The passenger side rear side panel.
Okay. Let's come back in the white Mercedes, but also we'll see closer. When he gets in the elevator.
Yes. Carrying something.
He's actually carrying his daughter, is that
Carrying
right?
his daughter, yes.
And if we back it up just for a second. Okay. There you go. Something. We've got the sweatpants and the shoes and the sweatshirt,
Yes.
and now he's carrying his daughter.
Carrying his daughter.
And now, November 17th, murder day, 11:51 a.m. We're only 32 minutes away from the murder of McKinnon's.
Yes.
Let me stop for a second. These people aren't from Memphis. Would it be fair to say it takes 10 minutes to get from the Crosstown building to McKay's Cookies?
Possibly 10, 15 minutes.
10 to 15. Shoes, sweatpants, sweatshirt, Bass Pro hat.
Yes.
His daughter's with him.
Yes.
appears to be on the phone. You back it up, it's hard for me to see them there. If we can back it up, I'll put the pointer on. These two, here they are.
Right.
The little kid. Sweatpants, sweatshirt. Now they're going in the garage. And they're even in the white Mercedes. And white Mercedes actually was captured here, leaving the garage. Starts first this way, but then white Mercedes leaving the Crosstown building 37 minutes before the homicide. Is that correct?
Correct.
From these videos, y'all developed a couple of, or more than a couple, still shots, is that correct?
Yes.
Slowed it down for this one already. Tell me what this is.
Look at that tiny ass courtroom, y'all. I just want to let y'all know the courtrooms in Shelby County is tiny. Y'all see that? In 201, these courtrooms is tiny.
It's the state's next number exhibit.
No objection.
This is a picture of the white Mercedes Benz with the damage to the rear passenger side. We'll mark this as exhibit number 54.
I can tell you right there. And this is from Crosstown, is that right?
That's correct.
What is this?
This is a still image from Crosstown video of the white Ford Expedition.
We offer that in evidence as state's next number exhibit.
No objection.
This is a picture of the back of a Ford white Ford Expedition. We'll mark this as exhibit number 55.
Expedition across town. sweatshirt.
This is a photo of Justin Johnson on the elevators in the Crosstown Concourse. He has the Bass Pro hat on, the black hoodie with sweats with the logo, the black shoes, the white soles, and also see a distinctive tattoo on his hand.
And does he in fact have those tattoos on his hands?
Yes.
We offer that in evidence to state next on the exhibit.
No objection.
Thank you. This is a picture of Justin Johnson on an elevator with a cup and bag in his hand with black hoodie, gray sweatpants, black shoes with white on the top with some sort of tattoo on his hand. We'll mark this exhibit number 56.
On jury. I know I asked you, but this is in fact the tattoo that he has to his hand, saying Justin Johnson.
Yes.
One more.
This is also a photo of across town from the video still shot. Justin Johnson is carrying a little backpack. He has his daughter with him. Appears to be on the phone. You still can see the tattoo on his hand with the Bass Pro Shop hat, black hoodie, gray sweats, and black shoes.
And this is when he's leaving about 37 minutes before the murder.
Yes.
Like somebody said.
This is a picture of defendant Justin Johnson with the same clothing on, black sweatshirt, gray sweats, black and white shoes with the Bass Pro hat on, holding a backpack with a little girl with him.
No objection.
We'll mark that as exhibit number 57. Thank you.
We're almost done with you up there.
All right.
Okay. You had mentioned something earlier that I wanted people to see, not so much on that screen where it's blurry, but better in the still shots.
Okay.
Can you tell me what's in these two photographs?
There's a photo at Makita's cookie shop on Airways where you have the two suspects running away back to the white Mercedes. You can also see suspect in the dark hoodie, black hoodie with the gray sweats and black shoes. But you can also see how his pants are sagging and blue underwear showing.
You had mentioned when we watched the Haven Court two-lane videos about seeing the Bass Pro suspects' underwear. Is that right?
Correct.
And it having a blue look to it.
Yes.
And you mentioned about the saggy pants.
Yes.
And can you see both of those things from the still shots from the murder video?
You can see both.
Or this collective exhibit?
No objection.
All right. I got two still photos. The first one is of two suspects weapons running away from what's been described as MEMPHIS cookie shop towards a white Mercedes. One of the suspects' pants is sagging. The second photo is more apparent photo of the pants sagging with the blue underwear. Same two suspects running away. We'll mark that as a collected exhibit 58.
Might pass this to the jury. No.
Yeah.
We'll go back to Justin Johnson. We've been talking a lot about Justin Johnson, but I want to talk about Cornelius Smith real quick. His fingerprints were found on that white Mercedes.
It were.
Did y'all become interested in Mr. Smith?
We did.
And did y'all talk to people around Mr. Smith, including his girlfriend?
We did.
Did you locate any pictures of Mr. Smith in which he was wearing
We did.
clothing that the assault rifle shooter was wearing at the time of the murder?
We did.
Let me pass you this. Got this. Discover. Let me pass you this. We got pictures on the left that show Mr. Smith, I think, at his janitor job at a school. Is that right?
Yeah, it's I think it was a business or a beauty shop or a salon or something where he had on the blue hoodie that has Gap written across.
Blue Gap hoodie, and then to the right are pictures, still shots from the shooting video.
Correct.
Him with the assault rifle, and you can see that same Gap hoodie.
Same Gap hoodie.
All right, we mark that as state's next number exhibit.
No objection.
We have 4 still photos in this picture with the suspect wearing a mask and all four. Three of them are forward facing, one of them is of his back. The two left photos, he's in somewhere with room and trash. And the right two photos, there are the pictures from the scene at Makita's on November the 14th. So we'll mark this as exhibit number 59.
Cornelius's fingerprints on the car.
Yes.
Cornelius in the Gap hoodie.
Yes.
Talking to Cornelius's, or people around Cornelius. We interested in arresting Cornelius?
Yes.
Cornelius, does he get arrested?
Yes, he does.
Do y'all get in possession of Cornelius's cell phone?
We do.
Do y'all tag that into evidence?
We did.
And do y'all submit that to your people for whatever analysis they can do?
Yes.
And among those people, is that Jesse Browning and Michael Gardner?
That is.
We'll hear from them later in the trial.
Okay.
Justin. Caught on video at Crosstown,
Yes.
Mercedes, Expedition, 2-lane apartments.
Yes.
Interested in arresting Justin.
Yes.
Do y'all go to where he lives?
Yes.
Is he there?
No, it's not.
Do y'all go to other places looking for him?
Yes, we do.
Is he there?
No.
Is there a citywide manhunt for him?
It was.
Is he found?
He's later found, yes.
Is he found in Memphis?
No. He's found in Indianapolis, somewhere near.
Indianapolis.
Yes.
Y'all also interested in Justin Johnson's phone?
We were.
You interested in the phone he had with him at the time of the murder?
Yes.
Was that found with him or with somebody else?
That was, I believe that was found with someone else.
Okay, in fact, was it found with his brother Jamarcus?
Marcus, yes. Johnson.
And did y'all talk to Jamarcus?
We did.
And did Jamarcus turn that phone over to y'all?
We did.
And did y'all give that phone to your phone people,
We
Jesse
did.
Brown and Michael Gardner,
We did.
to look at it?
Look at it.
I forgot to ask you about one Crosstown video. Okay, so this is out of order, but asking the questions about Mr. Johnson leaving town, it reminded me.
Yes.
Okay. November 17th, 7 hours after the murder. Outside's almost impossible to see because we're so far away, but individual's going to arrive in an entirely different car. This is not the Expedition or the Mercedes.
So it's not.
This is that middle ground between the parking garage and the building. And with the lights and stuff, the blur and everything, things become clearer when he walks in the building. In the yellow hoodie now, right?
Yellow hoodie, correct.
We saw that at Haven Court of the 2 lanes, didn't we?
We did.
I don't know if you could tell from that video or if it will show, but no longer in the shoes, is that correct? And some slides.
Yes.
It was 7 hours after the murder.
Yes.
And now we're at 8 p.m., approximately 8 hours after the murder. Bags packed. to wherever.
Yes.
Next time we see him in person, is arrested in Indianapolis.
In Indianapolis, yes.
He has social media though too, is that correct?
That's correct.
And did you and Detective Browning subpoena and obtain some of his social media?
It was.
His Instagram, his Facebook?
Yes.
And after the murder, until the time that he's in custody in Indianapolis, are y'all able to obtain images that he posts to social media?
They were obtained, yes, from his phone.
And Detective Browning
Yes.
may be the expert on this stuff.
Yes, he is.
All right, we'll see those later with Detective Browning.
Yes.
Murder weapons ever found?
No.
Big Jook. His name came up in this, is that correct?
That's correct.
I think someone has testified to this already, but Big Jook is now deceased, is that correct?
That's correct.
Since he's deceased, he cannot be prosecuted.
Right.
Hernandez Govan,
It's another name came up in the investigation.
arrested and charged.
Yes.
That's all my questions, Judge.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's lunchtime. The fire detective will be with us after lunch. Enjoy your lunch, leave all your notes here, don't talk about this case. Refresh yourself, I'll see you back at 1:45. Okay?
Court stands in recess to 1:45.
All right, y'all. So there we are. We're gonna take a little break for an hour. Y'all see him leaving the courtroom. And let me see what's said in the comments. No drama, no problem in the building. Peace and blessing to you. He said lunchtime. Who buying lunch? Salute to you. No drama, no problem. I see you. All right, so yeah, y'all, this was just on the fly. It's a lot going on right now. The last part they started mentioning Govan and Juk, the main players in this alleged conspiracy against Dolph. So we'll be back in an hour, y'all. I think I'm gonna just make this in parts. We ain't gonna have to stare at no screen for no hour. When they come back, we'll just re-engage from the poll. Do you think justice will be served for young Dolph? 79% of the people say yes. So y'all pull back up in about an hour. You know what I'm talking about, and I'm gonna be back at it. And yeah, we're gonna continue to follow the script. I would talk more about it, but you know what? Matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is the part that I was missing earlier. I'm gonna just let that play until I'm gonna let that play until they come back. You know what? Yeah, because some people might not have seen it, and I didn't catch it all. So I don't want to catch that break where they took that break. But here's some of the, you know, pertinent information that was being shared from the first witness.
Is cookies.
Correct.
Did you know where that was?
Yes.
What area of town is that?
It's in the southeast part of town, Airways and Ketchum area.
If I tell you that the call went out at 12:24 p.m. in the afternoon, about what time would you have arrived at the scene?
Possibly around 1 by the time you get the call and travel to the scene.
By the time you get to the scene, are there uniformed patrol that's already there?
It is.
Are there medical personnel and things like that
Yes.
already there?
Yes.
When you get there, what are your duties?
My duty is to gather the fact information from the reporting officers, delegate other investigators to do, canvass the area for video and just handle process the scene.
When you arrived on the scene, were there people around in the street and everything?
Yes, there were people everywhere.
Everywhere?
Around.
Were there officers attempting to control the crowd and keep people off the actual parking lot of Makeda's?
Yes, it was.
And was that being done?
Yes, it was.
Were there a lot of bystanders and everything looking on and everything else?
It was.
Does this seem almost like any other that you had been to in your 26 years?
That scene was. There's a lot of people out there.
Okay. You get there, and you say your job is to try to figure out what evidence exists and delegate.
Yes.
Is that right?
Correct.
You mentioned one thing, video. Is that right?
Video.
Are y'all interested in collecting any video that may be around there?
Any video that would help in the investigation.
And in fact, did y'all collect video from the cookie store itself?
We did.
And did it show the outside of the business?
It did.
And did it show the inside of the business?
As well as the inside.
Were y'all also interested in sort of crime scene stuff?
Yes.
Did you delegate a crime scene detective to collect physical evidence and document physical evidence?
We did. We had collecting and processing.
And did they also take pictures of the scene out there?
They did.
Would you have delegated or interacted with any of the witnesses who were on the scene?
Yes. Witness victims. We have investigators to take them down to headquarters and take statements.
Okay. And without getting into what these people, said, did y'all talk to Marcus Thornton, Dolph's brother?
We did.
Did y'all talk to the cashiers there at Makeda's?
We did.
Did y'all locate any other witnesses right there in the surrounding scene that had information?
No.
Video, crime scene, locate whatever witnesses we have.
Correct.
That address on Airways is Makeda Cookies. You described the area of Memphis is in. That's in Memphis, correct? And is that also in Shelby County?
It is.
I'm going to start with the crime scene there. I'm going to pass you a series of 10 photographs. Just you just look at them, tell me what's pictured in each one, and place it face down on that table next to you.
This photo is a front picture of Makita's cookie shop. Officers there processing the same broken glass. They have victim's car,
Very good. Place that.
Corvette, camouflage color.
Okay, you can place that face down. We're going to review these with the jury afterwards, so I'll ask you questions about them afterwards.
This one is the photo of the address, 2370 of Makita's cookie shop, with defects to the glass, bullet holes.
Okay.
This one is the inside front counter area of Makita's cookie shop.
Okay.
This one is another front view of the cookie shop, Makita's cookie shop. We have evidence markers on the ground where we have shell casings, along with the victim's Corvette camouflage. Another closer picture of the front of the cookie shop, evidence markers, broken glass, and casings.
Okay. At this time, if you can just place it, so that's fine. With the next couple pictures, you can just place it where you see it, and we'll show it to the jury later.
Okay. This is a picture farther back from Makita's cookie shop toward the street airways with evidence markers with casings on it. This photo is inside the business of Makita's with bullet holes going through the walls and doors. This one is a victim flying on the ground.
And when you arrived on the scene, was the victim still there?
Yes, he was.
Did you observe him positioned like that?
Yes, I did.
Do you see evidence of medical intervention on him there?
Yes, he has the bleeds on his body.
When you arrived, were they still trying to resuscitate him or get anything, or was that process over?
The process was already. This photo is a photo inside the cookie shop. We have evidence markers. We have victim's chain that he was wearing inside a flower pot. It has PRE on it. This is a close-up photo of PRE charm that he had on his neck. That's inside a flower pot.
All right. My approach real quick, Judge.
Yeah.
For the record, the last picture he looked at has already been marked as State's Exhibit number 3.
Thank you.
I'm gonna have,
All right, this first photo is has been described as the front of the Makita's cookies with the victim's car. A couple of officers in the scene. We'll mark this as exhibit number 28. Next photo is a close-up of the address of Makita's Cookies, 2370. We'll mark this as exhibit 29. The next photo is what's been described as the inside front area of Makita's Cookies, exhibit number 30. Mr. Evans, it's never too late. Any objection to these photos?
Yes, Your Honor, no objection to this.
The next photo is the front view again of the parking lot in the front of Makita's Cookies with the evidence markers in the victim's car. The markers in number 31.
Judge, and you haven't gotten to the photograph yet, but the one we referenced earlier is in that stack. I would renew my objection as
Yes,
well.
sir. When I get to it, I'll make note of that. The next photo has been described as a closer picture of the front of Makita's Cookies with several evidence markers and glass and defects to the window. Will mark as exhibit number 32. The next picture is the front of the shop with the victim's car and evidence markers. It's a further read. It's a picture that's taken a little further out. Will mark as exhibit number 33. The next pic is the inside of the building with the picture of the restroom door with the bullet holes in the door. Will mark as exhibit number 34. The next picture is a picture of the victim, Adolph Thornton, lying on the ground with markers of evidence of life-saving measures in front of the window. Will mark is exhibit number 35, and note for the record, there's been a previous motion for the court to exclude that picture under Rule 403. I'm amending the defendant still objects to that photograph. Mark that exhibit number 35. Exhibit number 36 will be a picture of the inside of the cookie shop with the chain on the floor marked with evidence marker number 53 and several other evidence markers. This is exhibit number 36. The next picture is exhibit number 3. Has already been marked as exhibit number 3. The picture of the charm, P-R-E, in the flower pot.
My approach after this, Your Honor.
You may.
Mr. Gabby, we're gonna show these to the jury and ask you some questions as we go, okay?
Yes.
You need a pointer.
Supposedly, this one right here works. So we'll see.
Yes.
Picture's so blurry on the overhead. Maybe we resume the lights. We're gonna have to go sort of old school
All right.
on this one. Could I have the witness step down, Your Honor?
You may.
Hold this here. We'll start standing here, and I'm gonna ask you some questions about it, and then you can walk down and display it to everybody. After you testify, maybe we'll pass them as a staff to the jury. Okay? It's hard for you to hold them up, isn't it? With that, or am I going to do? I'll do this for you. Okay. Tell me what we're looking at in this photograph here.
This is the front of Makita's Cookie Shop here. You see the name there. You see officers in the now processing the scene. And that's Adolph Thornton's Corvette, the camouflage color.
Okay. And if I'm interested in this area here in front of the store, in front of this glass window.
Those were bullet casings in glass, broken glass on the ground.
Okay. And in particular, what kind of shell casings are found outside that window where we see the officers bending down.
On the outside, we had 40 caliber shell casings, and we also had 7.62.
Okay, and let me ask you about that. Is that two entirely different calibers?
Yes,
Two entirely different sizes?
yes.
Is 40 caliber characteristic of a handgun?
Characteristics of a handgun, it is.
And then is a 7.62, is that characteristic of something else?
Of a assault rifle.
An assault rifle. Okay. And have you watched the video obtained from McCann's?
I did.
Is it clear that one suspect is firing at what you would call an assault rifle?
It is.
And is it clear that the other one's firing what you characterize as a handgun?
That's a handgun, yes.
Mr. Hagerman,
Yes, ma'am.
it never fails that something goes wrong with our tech. Is that your tech person that just came in?
She is.
Can
We'll
you
see,
see
we'll
if
see
she
how we
can
do
help
here.
you?
I would prefer it that way too.
Yes.
Let's see.
So we can all see what's going on, because I was gonna have to get over there, and Mr. Evans was gonna have to get over there, so.
We're trying to turn it off and on, but the next one is to kick it, but we're not going to do that.
Technology is good, but we get used to it until it doesn't work.
And then, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's real good. That's real good.
Look, all she had to do was turn it off.
The on and off thing worked. This is that picture we're just looking at,
You
right?
didn't have to see.
That's much better.
Don't go far.
I was asking about this area right here, is that correct?
Correct.
And you said that we found two types of casings in that area?
Two different types. We had 40 caliber casings, and we also had 7.62.
Okay, and 40 caliber is a handgun case, and 7.62 is that assault rifle casing?
It is.
And this is the victim's car, is that right?
It is.
And this is where we walk in and out of the business?
The entrance.
And this is a little side area?
It is.
And later we're going to see the victim lying in this little side area, is that right?
That's correct.
The front of the store?
Front of the store with the address 2370 of Makita's Cookie Shop. We also have defects in the glass, bullet holes in the glass of the door.
And we'll see this with a later picture, but let me go ahead and ask you about it. Do we find casings from inside the store where Dolph's brother was firing back from?
We did. We found 9mm.
Okay, and that's an entirely different type of handgun too, is that correct? So we have 9mm casings inside the store.
Inside.
We have 40 caliber casings outside the store, and we have 7.62 casings outside the store. And on a later picture, I'll ask you about one more set of them.
Yes.
Counter area of the store.
Front counter area inside of the business.
For perspective, the cashier's booth or whatever with the register would be right around here, is that right?
It is.
Mr. Hagerman, if you can tell us what exhibit number you're using, please.
Going in order, this is 30. 31. That same outside area, is that right?
Same outside area from a different angle. See victim's front end of the victim's vehicle, Corvette. And you see the glass, some of the glass is broken out of the front windows to the bullet holes.
Glass broken out here.
Yes,
And bullet holes throughout this glass, is that right?
it is.
This is the next number exhibit, 32. Closer in.
It's a closer picture of, like I said, the shattered glass, bullet holes, and you have markings on the ground with broken glass and shell casing of the 40 caliber 7.62 round.
And later on, when we see the victim's body, is it going to be in this area here?
It is, right in that area.
Okay. And when we see flower pot, like with his necklace and things like that, over this area?
Further to the left of it, yes. This view is a view that's farther back from the entrance of the business of Makita's. On that ground there, it's closer to the street of Airways. On the ground, you have evidence markers with shell casings there. And we found 2.26 rounds.
223 maybe?
2.23, I mean. I'm sorry.
So if we're gonna, I think now we've accounted for all the casings.
Yes.
So let's start from inside the store. There are 9mm casings from Dolph's brother, is that right?
Inside the business.
There are semi-automatic 7.62 casings from one of the shooters.
Correct.
There's 40 caliber casings from another of the shooters.
Correct.
And then there are these 223 casings, and is that a type of semi-automatic weapon?
Yes, it is.
From Dolph's brother as he runs out.
That's a ground. Yes.
That's exhibit number 1.
That's exhibit number 33.
Thank you.
This is 34. What are these things?
That's inside of the business. You have a door, entry door into the bathroom. It leads to the hallway that leads to the bathroom. It has bullet holes and shattered glass on the door.
And perspective from inside the store, the register's over here.
Correct, it is.
We're about to see a picture of the victim's body, and it is going to be in the area of this little side area, is that right?
Correct.
I'm going to go out of order to exhibit 36. It's just that little side area.
That's the little side area we referred to earlier. We have a flower pot there with its charm off of his necklace. It says PRE. His necklace is down toward the bottom of the photo.
And then
Your mark is 53.
And if we were to come this way down a little bit, would we see the victim's body?
We would.
Close up, already marked, states exhibit 3, the PRE charm or whatever.
Yes.
I'm going to do this one a little different. Families in the courtroom. Officer Danny, if I may publish this to the jury, just myself, Your
You
Honor.
may.
This is a graphic photo, correct?
Yes.
This is a picture of the victim laying there in that area that you just described.
It is.
He is still in his clothes,
Yeah.
but there's evidence of medical intervention.
Correct.
But that was over, obviously by the time of the picture, but when you were there, he was deceased.
Correct.
This is
Exhibit number.
exhibit number 35. Y'all obtained the videos from out there,
We did.
and were you able to view those that day?
We did.
Let me show you a still shot from the video, ask you if you recognize it.
This is a still shot from the video of outside the front entrance of Makita's cookie shop, which shows victim's Corvette. It also shows a white Mercedes that's pulled in behind the victim's Corvette. It's two-door. On the Mercedes, you can see it has some damage on the passenger side rear. You have two suspects. One is armed with a assault rifle, what appears to be an assault rifle. He's wearing a mask over his face, a cotton mask, like wearing a blue hoodie with some sweats, gray sweats, and some shoes. And the other suspect, he's wearing a black baseball cap, but it has Bass Pro on it. Also has his face covered. Has a black hoodie, some gray sweats. The gray sweats has a little, I guess, insignia on it. And also has some dark colored shoes with white on them.
All right. Oh, go ahead, that marked as 66 number exhibit, Your Honor.
The witnesses testified that this is a still shot from the video camera outside of Makita's Cookies with two people, one standing still with an assault rifle with hoodie and mask, and another one running with what appears to be a gun in his hand, a smaller gun with two cars, the Corvette and white Mercedes in the back. We'll mark this as exhibit number 37.
No objection.
Thank you.
You could already tell that when I handed it to you, I just said still shot, and you looked at it like an investigator, telling me details that I guess mattered to you. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
This is exhibit 37. And y'all had this on day one of the investigation, is that right?
We did.
First thing you mentioned, I think, was one shooter with, is that an assault rifle?
It is.
And would that be consistent with a gun that shoots those 7.62 casings?
Correct.
This window, is that the one you saw busted out with the pictures that we just saw?
It is.
With the victim lying here?
Yes,
And this is that, would this be that side area of the store?
it is.
From that first day, y'all would have this image of the suspect with the 7.62, is that right?
It is.
Hoodie, does he appear to be wearing gloves?
He's wearing gloves.
Sweatpants,
Sweats.
white shoes, mask.
Yes.
Second suspect, kind of gun here,
Yes.
handgun.
Handgun.
Handgun consistent with 40 calibers that you would have seen here.
Yes.
We're still operating with some blur, but gray sweatpants, is that correct?
That's correct.
Black shoes, white soles.
Yes.
It's better in the picture than it is on the overhead. You said something about a little white insignia, is that
like
correct?
a little insignia designer on the sweats on the side there.
If we put the cursor on it, covers it up. We'll pass this around in a second. Black hoodie,
Black hoodie,
mask,
mask,
gloves,
gloves,
Bass Pro hat.
Bass Pro hat.
Suspect vehicle,
Yes.
what kind of car is it?
It's a Mercedes-Benz
Color,
white.
and you see it better in the photo than on the overhead, but what did you say about this back
It
area
has
here?
damage to the rear passenger side.
And these details we just went through, why are those, were those important to you that first day?
Yes.
And why is that?
So we can, be on the lookout for that type of vehicle with the damage that it has to it.
Okay, because that made that vehicle distinctive.
Yeah, stand out.
Would it be fair to say that there's no still shot or camera angle in which you can actually capture the suspect's entire faces?
No.
So from the first day, you do not have any type of facial identifications or anything of the two shooters.
No, we did not.
But you have clothing descriptions,
Clothing description,
gun descriptions,
gun descriptions.
and suspect vehicle. I meant to ask this earlier, but it makes sense now. So assault rifle like this can shoot 7.62 casings, is that
Yes.
right? A handgun like that can shoot 40 caliber casings?
It can.
If I've got casings that have been fired, and then I actually recover the guns, can I compare casings to guns and tell you, that 40 caliber casing came from that 40 caliber gun?
Yes.
We see that on TV sort of all the time, is that right?
Yes.
Is that something you do, or is that something that's done by other people?
It's done by other people.
Is it first done routinely by a computer system and microscopes and stuff like that?
Yeah, it's just entered into the system that way.
Okay. And then later it can be sent to TBI or FBI or whoever to confirm that?
Yes.
Is that right? Okay. In this case, did y'all ever recover handguns? Did you ever recover the murder weapons in this case?
No, we did not recover any.
So you never had any guns recovered that matched these shell casings?
That match those shell cases.
So that way I can keep understanding. All right, we're going to change locales. We're going to change locales here to an address, Haven Court, in what used to be the two-lane apartments.
Yes.
Okay. How was it that y'all became interested in that location?
We're on the lookout for a white expedition.
Okay. At some point in this investigation, without sort of saying what the tip was or anything like that, was y'all's attention called to a white expedition?
It was.
And did that cause y'all to go to what was called the two-lane apartments?
Yes.
And what did y'all do when y'all got the two-lane apartments?
We watched video.
Okay, did y'all take video from the two-lane apartments?
Two-lane apartments, yes.
Okay, and that's the address on Haven Court?
Haven Court, yes.
Okay. I think we do need to play the Haven Court video. We're going to get that video ready to play for you, Detective Dabney. At the Haven Court Apartments, were y'all interested in a particular woman that lived there?
Yes,
And was that Kiana Hopper?
it was.
And is she related to anybody involved in this case?
Yes, it was discovered that she was related to.
Was it discovered that she was Justin Johnson's cousin?
Yes.
All right, got the video ready now. Haven Court Apartments, 1 p.m., 37 minutes after the murder. For the record, this is Exhibit 5 that's held open for all the videos, right? You're fine. Who is this person, Detective?
But that would be the cousin.
The cousin?
Kiana.
kind of car is that right there?
And that's the white Ford Expedition.
Kiana?
Kiana approaching the Expedition.
Two men outside. Go ahead.
Outside.
Go ahead, Detective. Were you interested in those two men?
Yes, I was.
Tell me why you're interested in those two men.
And the clothing that they have on, you see the dark sweatshirt, the gray hoodie, the black hoodie with gray sweatpants, shoes, matching the description of the suspects that were at MEMPHIS Cookies.
Y'all obtained video not just of them arriving, but while they were there and then leaving. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Before they were the little videos. They arrived 37 minutes after the murder. This is 54 minutes after the murder.
It is.
The expedition's still there. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Suspects are still inside.
Still inside.
This Dodge Charger has just arrived.
Dodge Charger arrives and you see one of the suspects come out and walk to the Charger. You can see.
Charger just sort of repositions, but this man came outside. Is that right?
Yes. Came out up to the rear of the
You're interested in this man?
Yes.
Sweatpants?
Sweatpants, black shoes, white soles on. Leaning into the car.
He's got bags or
Bags,
something
yes.
now.
You see how his pants are sagging there a little bit. We have that was something that we looked at also.
In the homicide video, as he runs away, we can see his pants are sagging.
Yes.
Can we, in fact, see the color of his underwear in the homicide video?
Yes, we can.
Is it also blue?
Yes. He gets into it and shuts the door.
a yellow article of clothing or something now?
Yeah, it looks like a yellow hoodie. He got
Is this apartment building here the one that Kiana Hopper lives in?
yes, it is.
In a video of them with. We're now 93 minutes after the murder. Vehicle here's a Chevy.
It's a Chevrolet SUV, small SUV.
Do y'all get interested in that one too?
We did.
Expedition still there? You had a yellow article of clothing when you left that Charger?
Yes. It's what the one that appeared that he got out of the Charger. The suspect gets in, Kiana comes up to the driver's door.
The other suspect has walked off camera, is that right?
He walked out of view to the right of the video there.
Chevy's back.
Correct.
Suspect returns to the apartment complex.
He did.
Suspect returns to the white Expedition.
He did.
The Chevy track still there.
It's still there.
Kiana.
Kiana. Chevrolet.
All right, the expedition got to go on and the Chevy tracks got to go on.
Yes.
One suspect in each, is that right?
Yes.
Y'all obtained the video, interested in talking to Kiana,
Yes.
interested in her cousin,
Yes.
interested in the white expedition, interested in the Chevy tracks, and who this other person may be. We are going to move there's one thing I said I was going to do that I didn't do before. The still shot from the actual shooting from 37. We talked about how it was blurry up there, and there were things you were testifying about, and I couldn't quite get the pointer in the right place. And one of those was the fact you said there was a little insignia or something on the left thigh area of the sweatpants of the shooter who has the Bass Pro hat on and the handgun. Is that right?
Correct.
If I could pass this around to the jury, Your Honor. It's hard to see on the overhead. With regard to the videos that we just watched from the two-lane apartments, did investigators make a timeline with still shots from the various things in that video?
We did.
Let me pass you this. If you could just verify this is in fact that timeline from the Haven Court, what we also call the two-lane apartments.
This is said photo of the timeline. First arriving with a white SUV.
Yeah, if you just flip through it quick, does it appear to go from the start to the end?
It does.
Okay.
Start to the end. Another one where Kiana had walked out and walking back to the expedition. It also shows the two suspects getting out of the expedition and walking toward the front of the apartment complex. This one shows them inside the apartment, going inside the apartment. Also shows the Chargers pulling up. the suspects walking out to the Charger and getting to the rear passenger side of the vehicle. It shows suspects retrieving plastic, 2 white bags, then get inside of the rear seat of the Charger. Once he exits the Charger here, he's getting out with the 2 bags and a yellow hoodie in his hand and walk back toward the apartment complex. This one shows 2 suspects exiting the apartment complex with one with the yellow hoodie, one with the black hoodie, carrying bags, and Kiana is also with them. They walked up to, one of the suspects walked and got into the white Expedition, the other got and walked over to the Chevy Trax.
Now we pose that as a collective exhibit. You can paperclip it or something. It's in order, so we
Objection.
could keep it like that.
This is 8 pages of still photos starting on November 17, 2021 at 12:58. Going to November 17, 2021 at 13:56. We'll mark this as a collective exhibit number 38.
All right, we're interested in Kiana's cousin, we're interested in the White Expedition, we're interested in the Chevy Trax, but is there other stuff going on in the investigation too?
Yes, sir.
Does a tip come in with regard to a white Mercedes?
It did.
And does it call your attention to a particular place?
Yes, it did.
A small street in Orange Mound?
Yes,
Bradley Street, is that
Bradley.
correct?
correct.
1174 Bradley Street. What is at that location?
It's an abandoned home, and when we get there, we observed a white Mercedes parked in the rear. Had damage to the passenger side rear side panel.
And to put this in a chronology, would this have occurred on November the 20th, 3 days after the homicide?
Correct.
And would it be fair to say that 3 days after the homicide, behind that abandoned house on Bradley, y'all found the murder weapon?
We did.
I'm going to pass you a series of photographs. A couple of them, as you turn them over, a couple of them have been introduced already into evidence. So just read that number. Otherwise, just put them on face down on the table.
All right. This is the abandoned house on Bradley Street.
What neighborhood is that?
It's in Orange Mound, neighborhood in Orange Mound.
Did you become aware that there's a house across the street in which Mr. Hernandez Govan lived?
Correct. Directly across the street.
Eventually, does Mr. Govan also become a suspect in this conspiracy to commit murder?
He did.
You can place it down.
That was Exhibit 9. This photo here shows a closer picture of a vehicle in the rear of the yard parked between brush and trees.
So this vehicle is not parked in the driveway, is it?
No, it isn't. This is a close-up picture of the Mercedes showing the passenger side with the damage, which appeared that the vehicle may have been sideswiped or something. It's a two-door white Mercedes.
The damage that you can see in the homicide video?
Yes, that's consistent with that. That's Exhibit 10. This photo shows the rear of the Mercedes-Benz, which has an Illinois tag. Do I need to read the tag and everything?
Can you place it down?
This is a photo of the driver's side of the white Mercedes-Benz. And this is a photo of taken from outside of the Mercedes-Benz on the passenger side that shows the inside of the rear seats with a Mississippi DeSoto County tag on the rear seat.
It has like another license plate on the inside of it.
Yes.
Maybe even a couple, we'll see.
Yes. This is a photo of the passenger side of the white Mercedes-Benz, which is being processed in crime scene tunnel.
Okay, so did y'all take that car from the scene to the crime scene tunnel?
We did. And it also shows the damage to the rear passenger side, which is consistent with the suspect vehicle and video at the keys. And this is a rear shot of the white Mercedes, the trunk area after being processed. Another photo of the Mississippi tag, close-up picture that was in the rear seat of the white Mercedes-Benz. And these are photos of two Illinois tags, license plates that were located inside of the white Mercedes-Benz.
Two more license plates
Two
inside
more
the
license
car.
plates, yes, Illinois. Another close-up photo of the Mississippi license plate, DeSoto County. And this is for a photo of, close-up photo of the white Mercedes being processed by crime scene. This is the driver's side door of the white Mercedes-Benz after being processed. Has the letter A reading on it.
The letters that we're going to see written on it, like A, B, and C, is that something else crime scene people do?
That is. This is the photo of the driver's side rear side panel, which is indicated by the letter B. It's written in yellow after being processed. And this is the passenger side door, and after being processed with the letter D written on it. And this is another close-up picture of the white Mercedes after being processed with the letter E written on it. And this is the a photo of the white Mercedes being on the passenger side after being processed.
I wonder we'd offer those in evidence as state's next number to two.
No objection.
The first picture we have here has already previously been marked as exhibit number 9. The next picture is a picture of the rear of the Mercedes-Benz parked in a yard, kind of in a wooded area. We'll mark this.
So for those who had missed the earlier part of this was just the first part of the the examination of their witness, the prosecution. So we're just waiting on a return. Should be here shortly. Didn't want you all to be looking at just a symbol, but so that we don't miss it, since we're getting close to that time, I'm gonna go ahead and take us to where we at. And it said 2:45 Eastern time. So okay, so we actually got 10 more minutes, y'all. 10 more minutes for court to resume. Please comment respectfully in the chat and just enjoy the show. Thank you, Red Rose VVD89. I appreciate you, love. Y'all probably heard me messing these pancakes up, boy. I'm trying to tell you, eating pancakes in the afternoon. You know what I'm talking about? Where they do that at? And it's a gray outside. So I'm gonna take a natural pause with them, and we'll be back in to see the second half of the court for today. And I'll do my wrap up tonight. We just wanted to get it live right here. Appreciate it. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, subscribe, become a member. The super chat donation is open. And if you want to be a blessing, the Cash App is open. I can't wait to see the cross with this particular witness right here. I guess he was the head investigator of the case. Uh, it's a lot of things that wasn't right about the initial part of the investigation, and who delegated who, and what did what, who confiscated what cameras was looked at, because we never got the footage from the dollar store. Oh, have anybody thought about that? I'm gonna share that in my breakdown. But what about the cameras from the dollar store? We'll see if that's going. I don't want to get ahead of myself. We'll see if that's presented in this case. But y'all know it was cameras right next door to the cookie shop. It's gonna be a lot of questions, you know. It's gonna be interesting to see. But yeah, I can't wait. I can't wait to get these cross examinations. Okay. The ladies making they let me know that I ain't crazy. She said, Cece said we eat breakfast for dinner. Red Rose says I'm making breakfast and I'm almost done. Okay, it's still morning for you. Oh wow. Okay. Yes. Shoot, it's almost 3 o'clock on the East Coast. But okay, that's what's up. Yep, depending on what time zone you in. We got we got still pictures. We got still pictures and video. But where is the video from the Family Dollar? And y'all see this is a charger. You better be careful. And you see that back window? You see how dark it is? Hold on, let me pause this. Y'all see how dark that back window is? Yeah, that's how they move down. Hey, when you see that, you better be on your square. See how dark that tint is? Okay, that's the loc right there. Up on Two Lane Apartments, up in the Haven. Or down in the Haven, shall I say, depending on where you're at. But yeah, it's raining like a storm. I guess that rain that came up here. It's 11:40. It's 1:40 Central Time, and it's 2:40 Eastern Time. Okay, so yeah, cooking a little cooking a little pancakes and bacon and whatever you got going on. Cooking some grits and some oatmeal. You know what I mean? It ain't too early for you. But yeah, y'all. So we got 4 minutes before we back in action. I'm gonna play with this thing a little bit, so I'm gonna be testing it out. So don't mind me if you're getting notifications on the back channel. You know, I'm just playing around, just trying to see what what I can do. Um, and other than that, yeah. Um, we watching the young Dolph murder trial, Tennessee versus Justin Johnson. Will Dolph, aka Flipper Man, get justice? We'll see. So we 3 minutes away, and hold on, man. Ain't nobody, man. Come on, man. That's just disrespectful, man. You just disrespectful right there with the with the sagging right there. So we just 3 minutes away, y'all, according to their time, and we gonna get sit back and see when they return to court and finish listening to these second day of testimony. Justice for Dolph, free Flipper Man. I mean, rest in peace, Flipper Man. I'm talking about free Flipper Man. He already free. All this hate, all this jealousy on this in this world. Been a very trying year, y'all. And the most tragic part about it is his family, his children that he left behind. That that is the thing that moves my heart is his children. But y'all hit the like button. Okay, we still active. So once they return, uh, we'll get back into it. And until then, just enjoy the show. You can super chat if you choose to, or you can hit the cash app to be a blessing, to support the platform. Other than that, just enjoy the entertainment. And I appreciate you. Tell a friend to sub up. Hold on, I had to come back because I know my boy. I had to come back. The YouTube studio comments. He said he gonna get justice one way or another, and he better keep them pants up where he going. Man, oh man, cause boy, oh boy, yeah. Uh, People don't understand that Dolph just didn't have a local and national reach. Dolph had an international audience. Do y'all hear what I said? Outside of the states, Dolph was doing business, and he was doing it his way. So a lot of people in the industry, y'all better make it make sense. Y'all put two and two together. Not local, not national. He was international. A lot of people love Dolph over the world. They still playing. Come on, man. Y'all see how they be bumping the music. Y'all see all the clips on YouTube. Whatever genre, whatever content genre that you in, y'all see it. International. And he did it without the corporation. So you know that made him a threat. And then y'all already know about what was going on in the city. You dig? That's how two brothers get. You see what I'm saying? We supposed to be building and growing, you know what I'm saying, and repping our hood. If you ain't from down here, you know what I'm saying? Repping our hood. But then you got a lot of jealousy in the streets. That's why we got war. I mean, what is she eating? I mean, she just come back chewing. You got bubble gum in your mouth right now? You know the camera is watching you right now? Then you just get finished eating? She up there popping that gum. She been popping that gum for years, y'all. I ain't lying. Look at it. She been popping that gum for years. I ain't lying. She up there click-clacking, click-clacking. Got her veneers and everything. She like, I'm a judge now. But we should be returning shortly. And we'll let them continue. Let me see what he say. Okay. I don't know if you said she eating Uncle Lou's. I don't know if y'all can, it says stream status is good right now. So if it's good right now, we're just going to try to get by with this and we'll make the adjustments. We'll make the adjustments on the next one. She like, I'm the judge. Don't judge me. Hey, man. Hold on, man. I got to spell, but I emoji on that one, man. But all right, y'all. It looks like they're about to return. We'll just let them get themselves together. Like I said, I'll just do a quick recap. Nothing, something less than 15 minutes on what all transpired today. And, and we'll see this thing. We got Diddy out here refusing to eat. Did y'all hear that thunder? I don't even know if y'all can hear that thunder. I don't know if the mic picked it up. But did y'all just hear that thunderbolt? Man, oh man, it's going down out here. You hear me? Thunder and lightning. That's why I ain't do my walk this morning. But like I said, it'll be just short, quick recap of all the things that transpire, and I'll just give my opinions, and and we'll see how the trial progress. Appreciate everybody that hit the like button. Appreciate y'all pulling up on me. Hopefully y'all can sub up to my backup channel, Double Speaks Telecast 2.1. Appreciate you and thank you kindly. And yeah, Young Dolph murder trial, Tennessee versus Justin Johnson. And it seems like, from what was said, he's singing like a bird. OG Ken Dog 67 in the building. Say salute, double mods in chat. Bless up to you. Appreciate you. My fellow veteran. My brother in arms. Real talk. Appreciate you, OG Unken Dog 67. Appreciate you, broski. Yes, sir. Man, a hip hop independent entrepreneur gone so soon, man. And you know what? At the hands of jealousy. But it's a lot of questions I got. Boy, I can't wait. Boy, I got a lot of questions. I'm probably sure y'all do too as well. All right. Look like they are walking back into the court. Okay. Coming out. Guess the bailiff, the CEOs coming out. And I'm trying to tell you, most of these CEOs, they probably pulling up in there because they know the camera's rolling. They want to be on camera. You know, they know this is a national story. Because I'm looking at how wrinkled his shirt is. You know what I'm talking about? I mean, I know you probably got your vest on, but, I mean, that shirt wrinkled as hell. Look at him. Who you going to catch if they try to run up out of here? Oh, yeah, I see you on that, Memphis. He say, facts, hate is real. Yep. Singing like the mega church choir. Y'all crazy. They look at you on the phone, all on the phone, like he doing something. Gonna step aside, like, oh, hold on. Yeah, I am on TV. They like, man, bruh. They like, bruh, man, that shirt wrinkled as hell, man. That shirt wrinkled as hell, bruh. Why you in the courtroom with your shirt wrinkled like that, man? Get off camera, man. Go straighten that up, man. See, he ain't even, you know what I'm saying? He ain't even take it to the dry cleaners to get it pressed. Really? He ain't looking spiffy for the national camera. Now watch when he come back into the room. It's gonna be wrinkled. It's gonna be wrinkled from shoulder to stomach. This nigga shoulder to stomach. He got wrinkles. Come on, man. We on national TV. You know, I know natural wrinkles, but yeah, he just got up and just threw that on. He said he might not. He might got to wrestling with straight. All right, y'all. Here's this clown finna come out. Let's get back into this now. They on the way back in the courtroom, so talking. Come on, bring him on out. So he might have to go. But all right, y'all. If there's any audio going on, audio coming back. All right, y'all. We back in.
Is that it? Can we go back on the record?
Court's back in session.
All right.
Yeah.
We need to address what you're concerned.
Just real quick, and this is by consent. Both of the parties noticed that on the bottom of Exhibit 57, there's some notes that weren't intended for for jury view.
Okay.
So the proposal is to wipe these notes off at the bottom of 50, did I say 57?
You said 57.
On the bottom of 57.
Okay, so has that been done, or you going to get ready to do it?
Mr. Evans is going to do that for us.
Okay.
He's better at the whiteout than I am.
You're just trying.
Are they out there, or are they still back there? Satisfactory?
All good?
You bring the jury in?
Yes, you will.
Jury now entering into the court.
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Sergeant Dabney.
Good afternoon.
First, let me just say, I feel for you. I was in that same predicament about 2 years ago.
Thank you, Jack.
So I hope you feel better soon.
Hopefully.
So I want to go over some of the things you testified to when you were in direct with the state, okay?
Yes, sir.
A couple of things you talked about is one of the lead detectives on this case was your role anytime you approach a crime scene. All right, I think you testified that you're there to collect facts,
Correct.
try to preserve evidence,
Correct.
right? So that you can investigate and find out who done it, essentially, correct?
Correct.
Agree with me, it's super important when you're going on a crime scene to preserve the crime scene,
Correct.
right? Because you don't want to corrupt evidence, is that correct?
Correct.
You also want to exhaust every avenue possible to try to find evidence, is that accurate?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And so that's why you said you talked about forensic testing. You collect things in a certain way on a crime scene so that you can then provide that to CSI or the TBI or whoever that could actually test it to see if it can give you more information. Is that fair?
Fair.
Now, a couple of things. I'll start with the initial video. I'm going to try to go in chronological order as to how you hit it earlier on direct. You talked about the handgun and the rifle, style, assault rifle style weapon in the video. And at one point in time you said that the handgun that was being held by one of the people was consistent with a .40 caliber. It's probably more accurate to say, it's consistent with any pistol. Could have been any caliber pistol, correct?
Correct.
Just by looking.
Just back up.
Right. And when you say consistent with a .40 caliber, you're really basing that off of the shell casings you would have found out in parking lot. Is that correct?
Shell casings and the handgun.
Okay. But there was nothing significant that you can tell from that video that can tell you that's a 40 caliber versus a 9mm versus a 380 or a 45. Okay. Now, you testified that you never recovered the murder weapons, correct?
Correct.
And you were asked a question of, in kind of normal course, if you recover bullets from a scene, right, and or casings from a scene, and you have a weapon you can test it against, that you can take the ballistics and they can run testing to see if it matches. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now, even if you don't recover the weapon, is it possible to determine a caliber, what potential caliber a fired bullet would have been? So, you pull a fired bullet from the wall at Makita Cookie or from some other place where those bullets went. Is there a way to test that and go, is this a 40 caliber? Is this a 7.62? Is this a 9? Or
I'm sure it is. That would be the crime scene that collected it, whoever they sent it off to test it.
okay. And just to be clear, at Makita Cookie, y'all recovered several bullets and bullet fragments from various locations at Makita Cookie. Is that correct?
Correct.
As far as you know, was any testing done of those bullets and or bullet fragments to determine whether they were 40 caliber or 7.62 rounds?
Are you saying the bullets or the casing?
The bullets.
Bullets? No, I'm not aware.
Okay. And you also received back into evidence from the medical examiner several bullets and bullet fragments. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And to your knowledge, at any point in time, did anyone try to test those, not to put them to a firearm because you didn't have the particular firearm, but to determine what caliber of bullets were recovered from Mr. Thornton?
Should possibly, yes. The crime scene or whoever took custody of those bullets.
Okay. You're saying it's possible, but are you aware of any testing? Okay. Now, I want to switch over to Bradley, right? And you recovered the Mercedes from Bradley. Now, you were asked about video. And you had, because you had video from Makita Cookie, correct?
Yes.
And you had video from Crosstown.
Yes.
And you had video from Valero.
Yes.
And I believe Mr. Hagerman asked you, did you canvass the Bradley neighborhood for any video?
Officers we had other investigators that canvassed the area.
And you also, I think, testified that you knew that Hernandez Govan lived across the street
Yes.
from Bradley.
Yes.
And you and I think other officers at some point in time interviewed Cornelius Smith. Is that right? Let me ask you this. Did you go to Mr. Govan's house to see about whether he had camera footage?
Other investigators walked up and down. I don't know if they went to his house, but usually they walk down and see if they see any cameras affixed to a house outside the house.
Okay. And when you say canvas, they've knocked too, right?
Yes.
Right? It's like, do you have cameras?
Yes.
And at some point in time, you became aware of Mr. Govan as a potential suspect in the case.
Yes.
Right? So that, as Mr. Hagerman's word, you became very interested in him
Yes.
as time went on. Do you recall there being anyone of the officers in the case, you as one of the lead detectives in the case, reporting to you that there were cameras directly across the street from Bradley, where the white Mercedes would have been, facing the Bradley property, the abandoned house where the Mercedes was? Do you recall Cornelius Smith in any of his interviews with law enforcement that you can recall ever saying that Hernandez Govan had cameras at his house that faced the Bradley house.
No, I don't recall that.
And a lot of investigators in this case, right?
Yes.
Working hard to try to find evidence.
Yes.
Correct? I bet you would agree with me if somebody had told you Hernandez Govan has cameras facing where that white car was, you would have been over there, or somebody would have been over there tracking down that lead, right?
No attempted to, yes.
Right. And you're not aware of, at least right now, whether anybody ever even spoke to Mr. Govan specifically and asked him about cameras.
No.
So you said you processed the Mercedes. So there's a or others, you know it was processed.
Crime scene investigator.
And there's a level of processing that occurs while the car's still on Bradley. Is that correct? Or do y'all just hook it up and tow it?
Hook it up to it.
Okay.
Process it in another location.
Okay. Now, when you saw the vehicle on Bradley, do you remember there being any bullet holes in the car?
I think there were. I'm not sure. May have been the window broken out or something to that effect.
Okay. And to be clear, the window that was broken out, and I can pass you the exhibits, some of these exhibits that were previously marked. One is Exhibit 53, Exhibit 49, and Exhibit 43 of the white Mercedes. They'll kind of give you something to look at, refresh your recollection. In those photographs, does it appear that the passenger side window is not there?
Yes.
All right. Was there broken glass anywhere around the car or in the car that you recall?
Not that I recall.
Okay. Now, and I've got one other image here. It's exhibit number 10. It's also of the white Mercedes. Was there any places on that Mercedes that you can remember seeing on the exterior of the car any bullet holes?
Not from the picture.
Okay. Now, some of those photographs where the vehicle is being processed, the outside of the car has like black powder all over it.
Yes.
Is that done for fingerprint purposes?
Yes.
Okay. And I believe you've already testified to this, but there were several prints recovered from the vehicle. Is that right?
That's correct.
Mr. Smith, Cornelius Smith,
Correct.
Trayon Ingram,
Yes.
and Kristen Garner.
Yes.
Mr. Justin Johnson's fingerprints were not recovered from that vehicle, correct?
They were not.
Now, you also were asked about DNA, and I can retrieve those from you if you'd like. You were also asked about DNA, and I believe the question was, there was no DNA evidence or evidence of blood in the car. Okay. Now, to be clear, there was actually DNA testing done, touch DNA testing done on at least 8 places inside the car, right? And they did swabs, is that correct? And that's where a tech goes in and they're swiping different parts of the vehicle to see if there's any DNA that can be detected.
Yes.
Are you aware of what the technician looks for when they decide, like, what areas they're going to swab for DNA?
No, I'm not.
Okay. But as far as you know, were there any reports generated about whether DNA existed?
I heard reports that they didn't have a match to anything that was submitted.
All right, so your recollection is that there are reports, or was a report, that there was not a DNA match to the touch DNA, but there was DNA recovered.
Yes, I guess so.
Okay, and I'm asking you. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you what you recall. Now, when you get DNA results, do they typically, from TBI, or when you send them to TBI, they typically come back on kind of a letterhead from TBI? Is that correct? And let you know.
That I know of.
All right, and in fact, one of the items that was recovered from the Mercedes was a chapstick. Do you recall that?
Yes,
And
certain things recovered inside the serum.
And in fact, that chapstick was sent along with the touch DNA swabs let me stop. The chapstick was sent to the TBI for testing. All right. And came back with a major DNA profile of a male, but couldn't be excluded down to anything beyond a male. You recall that?
No.
Okay. If I were to show you the report, would it refresh your recollection? Now, do you have any specific knowledge of the touch DNA swabs being sent to the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation? All right, so you can't say whether those were actually ever sent, right? Because if they had been sent, the report that I just showed you, you would have had something back from them saying either there's no identifiable DNA or there was, and then they would analyze it further, correct?
Correct.
If that wasn't sent, if the touch DNA samples weren't sent to for further testing, you would agree with me that would be a problem for your investigation.
Could be.
Right?
Yes.
Because touch DNA, if they recovered something, that could point you directly to a person, right? With scientific fact, right? Going, this is the person that touched that part of the car.
Yes.
And you don't know until you try, right? So you don't know unless you test it.
Okay.
Right. And if you didn't test it, that's an avenue of investigation for establishing facts and evidence that was kind of left unattended. Fair?
Fair.
Now, you told Mr. Hagerman, and we talked about this, you said, and no evidence of blood in the car. Now, somebody who works in the department with you, Sergeant Coburn, he did a lot of the processing of this vehicle,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, all the process.
And at some point, he even used something called Blue Star. You know what Blue Star is?
Yes.
What's Blue Star?
It's an agent that they use to spray for location of blood inside or on things.
Right. And you would agree with me that Blue Star is something they spray it and they put a light on it and it'll light up if there's blood or biological material that has been there, correct?
Correct. My knowledge is.
And they can even use Blue Star on places where people think they have wiped down or cleaned,
Yes.
and it will still show. right? That's that horrible thing they do in the hotel rooms, right? Where they spray do that and freak everybody out. Yeah. So now, Sergeant Coburn used Blue Star inside the Mercedes, and if you recall, inside of the driver's door, above the armrest, the Blue Star reacted with a very bright chemiluminescence, I think is the way he says it here, which is a hard word to say. And he took swabs of that as well. Right? So, from what you know of Blue Star, is Blue Star something that if you shine it and it lights up, that's typically an indication of blood or some biological material that's been in that area.
That's what I've been told.
Right.
Not an expert.
Sure. And Sergeant Coburn, obviously, who processes for these things, if he swabbed it twice, it definitely showed it to be of some evidentiary importance to him to determine, is this biological or not? Would you agree with that?
I would.
Right. And as you sit here today, are you aware of the results of any testing that came back on the swabs for the Blue Star?
I don't remember those.
Okay. Like we talked about earlier, if you had tested that and it had come back, it could have potentially had DNA evidence on it, right?
I'm assuming yes.
And that would have been very important as one of those evidentiary facts that you would have used in your investigation. Correct. And if you didn't have that and it existed, it puts you at a disadvantage of knowing all of the evidence and all the facts, correct?
Could have.
So, let's go to the Valero video. So, the Valero video, you see several different vehicles arrive at Valero. Person I think you identified as Kristen Gardner is pumping gas from the white Mercedes.
Correct.
Right? And then he drives that white Mercedes off up to the top of the screen, and then I think you said you see somebody, you can't tell who it is, but you see an individual get out of another vehicle, Kristen Gardner get out of the white Mercedes, and someone gets inside the white Mercedes.
Correct.
That you said was not wearing the same clothes that Kristen Gardner was wearing just moments earlier.
Correct.
Or maybe even seconds earlier. Very quick.
Right.
But right after that exchange is made, doesn't another car pull up in front of the white Mercedes and sit for some period of time?
It does.
Right? And to be fair, you would agree with me, you can't see what's going on with the white Mercedes, who's in the white Mercedes, whether someone got out of and back into the white Mercedes, correct?
Correct.
And that's definitely something that could have happened. We don't know, because you couldn't see.
Could have.
So then we get to Crosstown. And so those Crosstown videos, I believe you made the statement that you would see Mr. Johnson arriving in the Mercedes in Crosstown.
See, someone, yes.
Or someone wearing, well, let me ask you this, and you make my point, right? So you don't know who was in the Mercedes,
No.
right? Because in fairness, the video you saw, that the jury saw, is the video. Like, you can't see who's driving the Mercedes, right?
Correct.
And then you see the Mercedes enter, and there are times when you'll see the person in the gray sweatpants, black shoes, black hoodie, walking through the parking garage.
Correct.
Right? And you don't see the car that person gets in of or out of.
No.
Right? Now, So, Crosstown's a big place, correct?
It is.
A lot of cars.
Lots.
A lot of cars going in and out. And you would agree with me that the videos that were shown are confined to intentionally, right, to focus on when the white Mercedes comes in and out, when the Expedition goes in and out.
Yes.
Right? But there are other cars going in and out through those periods of time.
Yes.
And you would agree with me that during those periods of time where the white Mercedes, it shows the white Mercedes in the video come in, you can't see the driver, you can't see the person in the gray sweatpants and the black hoodie, what they get in and out of. You can't say that that person was ever in that white Mercedes, correct?
No, you can't. It's just the area that the Mercedes parked at is the same area where that person came from.
Well, but can you even see in the video that was shown where the Mercedes parks?
No, just the general area.
Which is the parking garage, which is around hundreds and potentially more other vehicles, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Now, there is a point in time in your testimony when we start looking at the videos inside Crosstown, specifically inside the elevator, where you specifically identify that person to be Mr. Johnson based on tattoo, I think. Other characteristics too, but you mentioned a tattoo.
Yes.
And in those videos, some of those correspond with times at which you showed the white Mercedes roll in, and then the person in the gray sweatpants, black hoodie walk in, right?
Okay.
One of those times having a little girl in tow.
Yes.
Now, you would agree with me that during those times, when you see Mr. Johnson, the one you've identified as Mr. Johnson, with the little girl in the elevator, and other times, he's not wearing gloves.
No.
Right. And has a little girl with him that obviously if what the state says is correct and he was in the Mercedes, would have also been in that Mercedes, correct?
Yes.
Today you testified about going back to the Makita video, and specifically you mentioned that when the video was playing and then there were some still shots put in, you mentioned something about underwear you thought that matched between the video that was taken at Tulane Apartments and that the person that's portrayed in that video and the person portrayed in the Makita video.
Correct.
Specifically the gray sweatpants, black hoodie, right?
Yes.
Now, there was a timeline that you also said you recognized of the Tulane apartment video. You recall seeing that?
Yes.
Had various pictures, and it even had like notable things from each picture,
Okay.
right? Would you agree with me that nowhere in that timeline is it noted that these underwear are the same color as the underwear in the Makita Puka video?
No.
Is there a reason for that? Why that wouldn't be in there? Seems like
Just something that I mentally put in my head when I saw the video there and I saw the video there. Okay. Same clothing, just like the clothing they had on,
And this, what was marked as I mean, and again, you saw this. You're pulling that from the same video that the jury saw in evidence, correct?
Yes, correct.
And the still shots, which were marked as front and back. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Exhibit 58. It's a collective. And these pictures, these still shots, being slowed down, I'm going to hand you collective 58. And I just want to be sure that your perspective that you think those are, you say those are blue, number one, and that you think those are, similar to the ones in the Tulane video, is based off exactly what the jury is seeing. It's based off the video that we saw today and those still images.
Yes.
Okay. And in fact, you're saying did you base it off seeing still images before, or are those still images something you just saw for the first time today after you kind of put that together in your head?
No, some myself.
You'd seen them, investigating the case.
Yes.
Okay. But again, you're saying based on same,
Yes.
and it's your testimony that those are the same color as the Tulane video.
What I visualized and what I saw.
But you saw. Okay. All right. Thank you. One moment, you're on. You were asked about how long it would take to get from Crosstown to Makita Cookie. I think you said 10, 15 minutes. And obviously, possible. And that's something too that, depending on time of day, traffic, and everything else, could be longer. It could be closer to 10 or around, could be 20.
Correct.
Thereabouts. How far away from Makita Cookie is the Bradley Street address where the car was recovered from?
I would say about 2 miles. Give or take.
When you were investigating this case, did you become familiar with an address on Wild Rose Drive? Would have been
Yes.
Cornelius Smith's
Yes.
father's residence?
Correct.
How far would you say that was from Makita Cookie?
Maybe 5-minute drive. Maybe not. Probably not that much. So.
Got a little, maybe even a little less.
Correct.
Okay. And during your investigation, did you also learn information well, strike that. Did you ever come across any information about where Mr. Johnson's, the mother of Mr. Johnson's daughter, lived?
Yeah, we got an address, possible location.
Do you recall that address off the top of your head?
No, I don't.
Did you ever do any kind of, did you drive there ever?
We drove to an apartment where she was supposed to be living.
Okay. How far would you say that apartment was from Makita Cookie?
It's a good distance. It's out in the Whitehaven area, probably closer to the 2 lane there.
Close to the 2 lane. And how far away is 2 lane from Makita?
Heading on traffic, interstate through the city, probably about 20 minutes.
Okay. And so, Mr. Johnson's, the mother of his daughter, the one in the video, and presumably in the video in the elevator, was 20 minutes from Makita Cookie. How, and if you don't know the answer to this, but how far would you say that would be from Crosstown, to get from Crosstown to that apartment address out in Whitehaven?
Maybe 15, 20 minutes, I guess.
Okay. One moment. That's my questions. Thank you, sir.
Okay, any Brett?
Yeah, just super quick, and something I probably should have explained at the start to some of Mr. Evans' questions. You're retired now, is that correct?
That's correct.
And this investigation went on after you retired, is that correct?
Correct.
And so this case sort of has 2 case officers.
It does.
You for the original,
Yes.
and then Jesse Browning after that?
Yes, correct.
Okay, so there's some things that happened in this investigation, maybe even testing in this investigation or whatever, decisions that were made would be after you were off the case.
Correct.
All right, and retired.
Yes.
All right. The second thing, are you aware that Blue Star, what Mr. Evans is talking about, also reacts with bleach and cleaning products?
I'm not aware.
Okay, and you have not been trained on that substance or anything at all?
I have not.
Okay. That's all my questions for Mr. Evans.
Any recross?
No.
Thank you, officer.
Thank you.
Call your next witness.
Kiston Gardner, who's in custody. I'm sorry. You hold for 1 minute, wait, real quick. Sorry. Gardner in custody.
up here, sir. Face the judge, raise your right hand, sir.
Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a seat. You may take your mask down.
Mr. Garner, you don't want to be here, do you?
No, sir.
All right, but go ahead and tell me your name.
Christian Garner.
Spell that first name for me.
K-H-I-S-T-A-N.
Spell the last name.
Garner. G-A-R-N-E-R.
And how old are you?
21.
I want to take you back to 2021, November the 17th. It's the early morning hours of November the 17th, just after 2 o'clock, going on to 3 o'clock a.m., okay? Did you have occasion to go up to the Valero station near the University of Memphis?
Yes, sir.
Where had you been before you got to the Valero station?
I can't tell.
Okay. Was it a neighborhood house?
Yes, sir.
Were you up there with other people?
Yes, sir.
Were you up there with an individual by the name of Treon Ingram?
Yes, sir.
Do you know Treon Ingram?
Yes, sir.
Was he somebody you hung out with?
Yes, sir.
Did you see an individual up at that neighborhood house who you know is straight drop or drop?
I can't tell. I
Okay.
just know when we came to the house, that's who Treon said they were.
Objection. Hearsay.
Sustain.
You came to the neighborhood house, correct?
Yes, sir.
And you saw the individual there. My approach, we approached with regard to the objection.
Yeah.
Okay, and were y'all in a vehicle?
Yes, sir.
What kind of vehicle were y'all in?
Mercedes-Benz.
Okay. And let me show you a picture. I think you've seen this before. What's that a picture of?
Mercedes-Benz we was in.
All right. Is that the picture that we're going to be talking about?
Yes, sir.
Is that the car we're going to be talking about?
Yes, sir.
All right. To your knowledge, was that car a stolen car?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you know where that car came from?
No, sir.
All right. Are there other people at this neighborhood house?
Yes, sir.
Who are the other people at this neighborhood house?
Pretty job.
Straight drop?
Yes, sir.
What'd y'all do at this neighborhood house?
Nothing really.
Okay, were y'all hanging out?
No, sir.
Did Straight Drop come in a car, a different car?
Yeah, truck.
A truck? Let me show you this picture that you've seen before.
Yes, sir.
Is that the truck Straight Drop came in?
Yes, sir.
And is that a white Ford Expedition?
Yes, sir.
There come a point when y'all left the house?
Yes, sir.
When y'all left the house, who was driving the white Mercedes?
I was.
When y'all left the house, did the Infiniti leave the house too?
Yes, sir.
Who was driving the Infiniti?
Treon.
Did he have a passenger with him in the Infiniti?
Yes, straight truck.
Straight drop? When y'all got to the gas station, what happened?
We got some gas. They talked for a minute, then we pulled off. They pulled back around, and straight truck got in the Benz we was in. And I
Yeah.
got in the Infiniti.
Straight drop got in the white Benz,
Yes, sir.
and did you leave in the Infiniti?
Yes, sir.
got a picture from the gas station. See if you recognize this picture.
Yes, sir.
Who's in that picture?
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Is that you next to the white Mercedes at the gas station that night?
Yeah.
And then let me get you a final picture. Is this another picture you've seen before?
Yes, sir.
What's that a picture of?
Van okay.
The Benz you gave her.
Straight drop.
Okay. Did you know what Straight Drop was going to do in that Benz?
No, sir.
Did you have any idea at all?
No, sir.
Were you part of this conspiracy at all?
No, sir.
Had you ever talked with anybody about killing Dolph or these other PRE artists?
I want to do
Why wouldn't you do that?
that. I want to do that. That's my family.
You say that's your family, what you mean?
Kiss Garner. That's my family. I want to do that.
Yeah, when you say it's not your family, though, what do you mean? When you talking about family, who are you talking about?
Young dog.
Young Dolph?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you did not see Young Dolph as some sort of rival or anything like that?
No, sir.
You wouldn't have been involved in anything like that?
No, sir.
I'd like to introduce those exhibits into evidence at this time, Your Honor.
I need to give them a quick look.
Okay.
My approach?
Right.
No objection.
These are actually in order as Mr. Gardner identified them, Your Honor. My approach shoot. Or...
The first picture is a picture of a white Mercedes with the back end damage. The picture has Kirsten Garner's name on the bottom, labeled 11/29/21 at 4:01 p.m. It also has written on it in red, the bins we gave drop at Valero. We'll mark this as exhibit number 60. The next picture is a frontal view of a white Expedition. Written on the bottom, the truck hopped out of before Trayon gave him the bins. At the house, police found bins. Kirsten Garner's name, November 29, 2021 at 3:24 p.m. We'll label this as exhibit number 61. The next picture is a picture of the white bins at the gas pump. Somebody standing next to the gas pump. The statement under the picture is, "This is me pumping the gas. Drove to store following Trayon KT." The initials under the bottom, Trayon and KT. Christian Garner at the bottom, November 29, 2021, 3:27 p.m. We'll mark that as exhibit number 62. And the last picture is a side view of the Mercedes-Benz. This view is on the passengers. This is a view of the driver's side. And the written caption under the bottom says, "This is the Benz we gave drop." Christian Garner, November 29, 2021. We'll mark this as exhibit number 63.
$60. The bins we get dropped at Bolero, 1129. The truck dropped, hopped out of before Treon gave him the bins at the house where police found the bins. This is me pumping, next exhibit, this is me pumping the gas, drove to the store following Trina. This is the bins we get dropped. Next on the exhibit. That's all the questions, Judge.
Mr. Kevin?
Thank you, Judge. Good afternoon, Mr. Garner.
Good afternoon.
All right, my name's Luke Evans. I represent Justin Johnson. I've got a few questions for you, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Thank you.
So I'm not going to ask you what Treon said, but when you were first asked whether or not you knew whether or not you knew who Treon traded the Mercedes-Benz for, you didn't say Justin Johnson or Straight Drop.
Yes, sir. It was straight drop garbage.
Okay? And you started to answer by saying, Treon told me.
Yeah, when we was at the house. When we went to the store, I seen him. I was in the car with him. I seen him at the store.
So you didn't see him at the house?
No, Treon just told us that's what it was when he got in the Infinity with Treon.
Okay. So you're saying that Treon, you were there, though, no question.
No question asked.
So, how many times have you been interviewed by law enforcement before today?
Too many times.
2 minutes. In relation to this investigation, if that narrows it down any for you, is it still too many times? Or are you just saying one time's too many?
One time, too many.
Sure. Fair enough. So, you've at least been interviewed twice, right?
Yes, sir.
And then you even got spoken to right before you came on the stand by the state, correct? And the first time you talked to law enforcement was on November 23rd, 2021 about this. Do you remember that?
Yes, sir.
And you told this jury today you had no idea that Mercedes-Benz was stolen.
No, sir.
Now that just isn't true. And you know it's not true, right?
I wouldn't been in it if it was stolen.
Okay. What's Trayon do for a living?
I can't tell you
I mean, did he have a job that you knew of where he could afford a Benz?
that. Yes, sir.
He did. What'd he do?
Worked at a garbage truck place.
Okay. What? I mean, you weren't with Trayon when he carjacked it a couple of weeks before. I mean, you and him were tight, right?
Yes, sir. If I would have been there, I would have said, you know, I wasn't.
You weren't there?
No, sir.
And you just, I mean, how long you known Trayon?
My whole life.
You've known him your whole life.
Yes, sir.
He works at a garbage company,
Yes, sir.
right? He's driving a Benz. How long had he had the Benz?
I can't tell you.
I mean, you hung out with him almost every day, didn't you?
No, sir. You only kind of pick me up when I need a ride.
Did you need a ride the night you say you went over and traded the Benz?
Yes, sir.
Where were you going?
Off Redwood in the mile.
And Trayon was just taking you.
Yes, sir.
Well, what did you think when he was going to trade his nice bought and paid for Mercedes-Benz for an Infiniti Q40?
This is business. That's what I thought.
Let me ask you this, Piston. For Trayon and you riding around in this Benz that you thought he bought and paid for, didn't carjack to get it, what did you think when he was riding around with 2 pistols and a Draco in the back?
Texas is Memphis.
Because that's what he had, right? A Draco style assault rifle.
I can't tell. I just know he had some type of weapon.
Well, you called it a Draco when you interviewed with law enforcement.
Yeah, it should be.
Right, so that's what it was. And some pistols, right?
It was a lot more than that. It was plenty guns in the car.
And that's what you and Trayon were riding around with.
Yes, sir.
Let me ask you this. November, at least November 16th, 2021, were you a felon?
No, sir.
What about Trayon?
I can't tell.
You don't know?
No, sir.
Well, when you get to Bradley that night, why do you have to drive the Mercedes?
There was a tree on told me to do pump gas and drive it around. But I didn't even know we was going to give it to the truck. I just know when we came around, when I got done pumping gas, we all pulled off, came back around through the store again, and we gave it to him. I didn't know why, I didn't know what he did it for, I just know he gave it to him.
And the only time you've been in the car was that night? That Mercedes?
No, sir.
You've been in it before? How many times?
Twice, 3 times. Just wanted to get the ride when I called Tree on.
Okay. What about, did you ever have to get anything out of the trunk for him? Or did you just get in the front seats and, you know, into the passenger seat, in and out?
Yeah, my wallet.
You had to get your wallet out of the trunk?
Yeah, no, it wasn't in the trunk. It was in the car.
Okay. What about the trunk? Did you ever go in the trunk?
No, sir.
Never went in the trunk?
No, sir.
Never touched the trunk?
No, sir.
Do you know, well, you knew there was tags from multiple states in that trunk of that car, though, right?
No, sir.
You got any change of tags that night?
No, sir.
Okay.
I had no idea what the tag was trying to do. I didn't even know nothing about it. One thing I did was get in the car and go places that I wanted him to take me.
You said you thought Trayon had bought that Mercedes, right?
I didn't say that. I just said I didn't know where he got it from.
I think earlier you said you thought he bought it. He had a job.
Yeah, I just said he had a job. I didn't say he bought it.
Okay.
I said I didn't know where he got it from.
Because you knew him to steal cars too, didn't you?
No, sir.
You didn't tell police that you knew Trayon took a stolen Infiniti and a Challenger?
No, sir. One thing I can say is I told him we had Infinity. We didn't have no Challenger. I don't know nothing about no Challenger. But
Okay.
where did he come from?
So, if the police have a report from your interview that says that, they just got it wrong.
Yeah, it seemed like.
Okay. Now, when you first got interviewed by the cops in this case, you told them you'd never been in that Mercedes, right?
One time I told him I'd never been in Mercedes when Dolph died. I didn't have no idea what happened. I told him I was in Mercedes, but just wanted to get a ride. That's all I told him.
All right. You didn't tell them. What about Valero? They asked you if you'd ever been to Valero.
And they showed me the pictures of me at Valero. That's when I told them this were when the day we gave it a drop.
But before they showed you that picture, you said you had never been at the gas station, Valero gas station at Highland.
I didn't even want to tell them nothing really, because I didn't have no dealing with it.
You even were shown a picture of yourself pumping gas and said you didn't know who that person was, right?
Yes, sir.
You were asked earlier if you knew, you say that it's Justin Johnson got that Mercedes. You said, did you ever know why Justin Johnson was getting the Mercedes, or Straight Drop was getting? You said no, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's not what you told the police when you were interviewed again on November 29, 2001. Right.
Interrogated me.
And during your questioning, interrogation, whatever you want to call it, you told them that Drop said he needed the Mercedes-Benz to slide up on his baby mama.
That's what the comment was when he got it for sure.
All right. So earlier you said you were asked directly, did he ever tell you why he needed it, why he wanted it, what he was going to do with it?
That was the comment he made.
Okay. So he, according to you, he did tell you.
He didn't tell me that just the comment that was made. I wasn't in none of their business. I don't know now one of them, so I wasn't in their business. I was just sitting in the car doing what I was doing.
And this person you're saying Straight Drop during this interaction, what did you see him do at Valero?
Get in the car. When we got there, we got some gas. After we got some gas, we were trailed in the Audi and the Infiniti and the Benz. When we got done getting some gas, we rolled out. We came back through the store lot at the air pump, and that's when we traded cars.
Now, after you heard Dolph got killed, you called Trayon, right?
No, sir.
You didn't?
I was with you when they Dolph got killed. He dropped me out. And we asked him, did he have anything to do with Dolph being dead? Because if he did, we're not going to be around him. That's simple.
Well, you told detectives that you had a conversation with Trayon after the homicide and stated that you called him.
No, sir.
That's not true?
I was with him on the day of. He dropped me off in Raleigh and then Infinity.
All right. And you told Trayon, according to what you told them at the time, that people were trying to put your name in as one of the shooters in Dolph's murder.
Yeah, that was for sure.
When was this conversation?
The day after. The
Day
day after
after?
me recognizing that Dolph was dead, and the day after that, we recognized that the car we were just in that had something to do with Dolph.
And you already knew the day after he's killed, that people are putting your name in it.
It's my family. Like, they know what car we were just in. Like,
Who's your family? When you say your family,
Dolph people, like Dolph, like they're my family.
can you explain that to me a little bit more? Are they your blood relatives?
Yes, sir.
How are y'all related?
Cousins.
Okay. And you're saying the family would have known that you were driving around in that white Mercedes?
Yes, sir.
How would they have known that?
We was calling them, letting them know when we got the van.
You called Dolph's family.
You know, we
Who?
called people that were related.
Who'd you call?
I can't tell.
What do you mean you can't tell? You don't know?
They're not in it.
Who'd you call?
Can't tell. Treon did all the calls.
I thought you just said you called them. They're your family.
They is. But Treon did all the calls.
But why is he calling Dolph's family?
He trying to get it. He trying to get the car going.
Why would Dolph's family know how to get the car going?
It ain't just Dolph family. There was plenty of people that we were trying to get the car to.
Well, you just said it was Dolph's family. Who you were calling. That's who we're talking about, Mr. Garner.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my
So you stole a car, well, and back again. You said earlier you didn't even know that the car was stolen.
Why you keep saying I stole the car?
Why are you trying to get the car gone if you didn't steal it?
I didn't steal it, but Treon was trying to get the car going.
So Trayon stole it.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? Why is he trying to get rid of the car? If he bought it.
I can't tell you, and I didn't say he bought it. I didn't know where he got it from.
So you're in a car, however Trayon got it. That you're calling, you say, Dolph's family before he's killed to try to get rid of the car for whatever reason.
It was way before Dolph was even in the thing dealing with Dolph. Like, we've been trying to get the car down. Like, it was way before this. It didn't have nothing to do the day of, the day after, the day before, none of it. It was way before when he picked me up. The first time he picked me up, he was trying to get the car down. I didn't get in his business. It's not my business. I'm just getting in here to get a ride.
What's way before? Let's start there. It was way before Dolph was killed.
Yeah,
How far before?
about a week or two.
All right, and you're saying that's way before.
Yes.
But Trayon, according to you, is calling Dolph's family. And Trayon's not related to Dolph too, is he?
It's just not Dolph family. You gotta realize everybody grew up with each other. So everybody know everybody. It's Memphis. Everybody know everybody.
Well,
Sorry.
I'll let you finish.
When he got done calling them, they didn't want to get it. They didn't have nothing to do with it. So I guess he did what he did. He gave it a drop. I don't know. I can't tell you why he gave him what he did it for.
But you're concerned immediately when Dolph ends up murdered because you know that you or Trayon, one of the two of you, has reached out to Dolph's family and tried to unload a white Mercedes. Right? Which is in the video, driving away.
Like my fault, but why you keep saying it was just Dolph's family? Like I told you, it was multiple people he was trying to sell the car to.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's what you said. You won't tell us who it was. I've asked you that too.
I went through that. That have nothing to do with me. When
You
come
said-
here to talk about me giving the car to the truck. I ain't have nothing to do with all this other stuff.
Well, unfortunately, you don't get to pick and choose, Mr. Garner, on what you answer and what you don't. The judge gets to decide that, not you.
Yes, sir.
And you're concerned, and the day after, because and maybe not the only people, but you've interacted, as you said, a lot of people, some of which were your family, which you've identified as Dolph's family, with that car, and your name is in it, right? Same car that's got, as luck would have it, a Draco in it, and two pistols. At least, you said a bunch, but at least 2 pistols, right?
There's a lot of weapons.
And you're immediately concerned, right? Because you think, oh no.
Now, when Dolph died, and I seen that Mercedes on the news, of course, man, who not finna call them if I'm in this car and they just did shit like, I ain't finna act like I didn't out here. Yeah, I called them.
Well, you called them because somebody said you were involved.
It's most of the people I call, like, yeah, like, what's going on? Like, and me not knowing about it, like, why I'm in this car, like, y'all put me in something that I don't even supposed to be in, really.
And this was the day after.
Yes.
This is before you ever even come on the scene. Like, you're not picked up by law enforcement yet. You're not talking to the cops. That doesn't happen to
This
you.
came, man, right after Dolph died, like, it came a couple of days after, like, so it was none of this. I already knew that I was gonna get picked up regardless. As soon as I said that, I got picked up for nothing.
And started lying right then. Right? Trying to hide your involvement.
This Dolph, like, I wouldn't want to be in this, like, knowing I ain't got nothing to do with it. It wasn't no lie, it was for real, like, I ain't have nothing to do with it, it ain't no lie. I don't. So why would I go tell them something that I don't have nothing to do with? I don't have nothing to do with it.
Mr. Garner, we learned today you've had quite a bit to do.
How to tell.
That's all the questions I've got.
All right.
Redirect.
I've got no further questions.
Thank you, Mr. Brown.
Hold up.
Are you next witness?
Wait 1 second, Honor, we got stipulation that we'd like to go ahead and read to the record. We're going to get this stipulation read into the record, Your Honor, and then you can get
Respect to you, CA. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, y'all. Y'all already know I'll do a recap later on. Appreciate everybody that pulled up and hit that like button. Yeah, this was just a real test run. So salute to everybody. God bless y'all. Like, share, subscribe, and I'm gone.